Since you're on your journey towards self improvement and personal development, mindfulness meditation is a practice that you need to be engaging with. Let me tell you the many ways that mindfulness meditation is guaranteed to improve your well being. And if you stick around to the end, I'll give you some next steps to take. My name is Aaron. I am a certified life coach and I specialize in metaphysical techniques like mindfulness meditation for self-care and personal development. This is a video in my mindfulness meditation series, Mindful Healing. If you haven't seen my first video about what exactly is mindfulness meditation, you may want to start there. So go ahead and check this video out. I will pin it and link it into the description box. But let's go ahead and talk about how mindfulness meditation really is going to help you on your personal development journey and what you're really going to see on a personal level. Number one, mindfulness meditation is going to sharpen your focus. You are on your journey towards improving yourself, improving your life in whatever areas you are working in. It's going to require focus, and sometimes we really don't think about how our focus impacts us until we get into the moment where we realize we weren't doing what we said we were going to be doing, when we realize that we are overworking ourselves and we are going to the extreme and we are burning out, and that's actually not helping either. Or even when you get in a situation where you need to make a decision, you need to make a decision on if you're going to go against the pressure and make forward movement in the new way that you want to live your life, or if you're going to succumb to it and go back to the old things and the old habits that you said you weren't going to do anymore. So focus is key. Mindfulness meditation, remember I told you that this is an intentional training technique. Some people think of it as a spiritual practice. If you want it to be that, you can. But if we're breaking it down and looking at the nuances in regards to self-care and personal development, then yes, you are going to notice a difference in your focus and your ability to concentrate and make appropriate decisions. Number two is going to be helping to release trauma and the experiences, the emotions, the residue of trauma that resides in your body as well as in your mind. Now, I will say that this is one I feel like a more intermediate advanced level. So the beginner's practices in mindfulness meditation perhaps are helping you to do this, but you really notice a difference when you get to intermediate and advanced forms of the practice, and when you've learned how to sit for a while and allow whatever needs to come up to come up. If you are at the point in your journey where you are experiencing this, typically this is going to be what I know as practices called settling the mind in its natural state. So this is where the object of attention is actually the mind and whatever appears in the mind. So instead of focusing on perhaps the sensation of the breath at the nostrils or in the stomach, or some other technique that you are working with, you will then take the mind as your path and the mind itself and whatever comes up in the mind. So you have to be very grounded in awareness and remaining in this place of observing, of noting, without engaging or attaching to. That way, all of the emotions, all of the experiences, all of that is going to come up. It's going to come up within the domain of the mind, but it's going to do its little dance and then it's going to disappear. It will self-release as long as you don't grasp onto it. So if you are someone who is working out trauma in your life, or perhaps you're doing what many individuals call shadow work, if you develop and maintain a consistent mindfulness meditation practice, this practice can serve you well in those areas as well. Next, we have physical relaxation and stress relief. Now, did you know that for only $5 a month, you can get access to exclusive guided meditations, yoga nidras, workbooks, and even live self-care practices? If you're enjoying the content that I put out here on YouTube, then please consider supporting me via Patreon. For the price of a cup of coffee, you can support this channel as well as supporting your own well-being. My goal is to get 50 people subscribed to my Patreon before the end of the year. That way I can personally assist you in creating more transformation in your life and improving your well-being. Your support is immensely appreciated, and it helps me to continue making resources just like this one right here. I'll put the link to my Patreon in the description box below. Go ahead and check it out, and now back to your tutorial. Next, we have physical relaxation and stress relief. Now, many people probably hear about this being one of the first or the main benefits of mindfulness meditation. And it's true because there are three aspects of mind, of being, that we are trying to balance in order to create harmony in the meditative state, and that trickles over into the non-meditative state. And one of the main ones, the first one, is relaxation. You're relaxing your body, you're relaxing your mind. The practice, once you get into it, is very physically relaxing. You may have heard that mindfulness meditation activates the parasympathetic nervous system. This is the part of the nervous system that kicks in after the sympathetic nervous system kicks in. So your sympathetic nervous system kicks in when you are stressed, when you experience fear, it activates that fight, flight, freeze, all of that good stuff. And then really that's only supposed to be happening for a few seconds for you to flee and get out of danger, on a biological level. And then your parasympathetic nervous system is supposed to kick in to calm you down. But for many people, we live with a chronic level of low level stress that's constantly going on. So we are always stressed about something. This doesn't give us the opportunity to rest and relax and rejuvenate ourselves. And sometimes when you're on your personal development journey, you are focused on the goal setting portion of personal development and changing habits. And this involves a lot of doing. But sometimes you may get caught up in that and you don't get time for rest and relaxation and rejuvenation, which is actually very much a key part of the process of having a harmonious life. So mindfulness meditation is absolutely going to help you relax your body, relax your mind, and release stress. Spiritual practices and mental transformation is going to be next on my list. Now, if you are into metaphysics or spirituality, then this may be one of the reasons why you have heard of meditation, or maybe this is a way that you came across the meditative path. Now, remember, in this video, I am specifically talking about the practice of mindfulness meditation. I'm not talking about other forms of meditation. I'm talking about this specific practice. If you want to learn more about this practice, or you feel like the information already so far has you very intrigued and you would like to learn how to actually engage in this practice, I have a free 2-hour class that teaches you the ins and outs, the historical background, the overview, what you can expect, how the mind goes from very reactive as well as being distracted all the way to a calm mind that is free of thought. And you can find the link to that class in the description box below under the additional resources section. But for many people, they hear about mindfulness meditation because of some sort of spiritual path or some way of mental transformation. You may even know that I have another channel called Higher Dreaming, where I teach you about dream work and lucid dreaming, and mindfulness meditation helps you in your dreams, and if you want to become lucid in your dreams as well. Mindfulness meditation can be used as a way to further your progression on your spiritual path, or engage in other spiritual or mentally engaging practices. And then the last thing I have along that same line, I told you about dream work and lucid dreaming, just getting better sleep. On your personal development and self-care journey, this means taking care of yourself, not just changing things externally about your life, but changing your internal habits and your mental landscape. For many people, they don't get enough sleep. They don't prioritize their sleep, and this may severely impact your well-being, your ability to make decisions, your ability to think and focus, and just to function well on a day-to-day basis. I'm pretty sure everyone knows how it feels to be a little bit stressed out because of a lack of sleep. Mindfulness meditation is a great practice to engage in while you're in bed, before you go to sleep. It helps you release the tension of the day. It helps you to let go of all of the situations and the drama, the tasks and the projects and everything that you are working throughout the day. It gives you a chance to let all of that go so you don't carry that tension, that tightness, that stress, that residual energy into your sleep, and thus you are able to rest more peacefully during the night. So let's go ahead and talk about next steps. The next thing that I would advise you to do is learn in depth about the practice of mindfulness meditation. It's more than I can go over in this short video, especially if you really want to get down to the nitty-gritty and learn what the practice is, what you're actually doing, how it's different from other types of meditation. And I give you all of that in my free 2-hour class, 10 Steps to Clearing the Mind with Mindfulness Meditation. And you can find the link to that class in the description box below under the additional resources section. So make sure you go ahead, take some time to review that class. I guarantee it's going to give you everything that you need. Number 2 is going to be, make sure to check out the other videos in this series. This is going to be the second video in my mindful healing series, where I'm teaching you about and the benefits and different ways to engage in mindfulness meditation. You have been looking to start your journey, and perhaps you've needed more information in order to help you make better informed decisions about your personal journey, then go ahead and make sure you check out the other videos in this series. And that means as well as being subscribed to my channel. So go ahead and do that. Make sure that you also hit the bell icon so you don't miss any future videos. And if you feel like you are at the place where you want to go ahead and try out a mindfulness meditation practice, I have one here on my channel called the Mindfulness of Breathing practice. It uses the Theravada method of mindfulness of breathing. It's very calming, very soothing. You're sure to love it. So I'm gonna link that in this video, as well as once again putting it in the description box. So go ahead and check the description box out so that you can look at all of the resources that I have given you throughout this video. In the meantime, in between time, here are 2 more videos that YouTube thinks that you would enjoy.